Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic. I remember it so you don't have to. You know, I love the Looney Tunes. Who doesn't? They're funny, they're clever, they're unique, they're absolutely wonderful. And you wanna know what else? I love basketball. Again, who doesn't? It's fun, it's intense, it gives you a rush of energy. It's also absolutely wonderful. However, you want to be sure to keep these two elements as far away from each other as humanly possible. Because if you don't, you get fucking Space Jam! The worst piece of commercialized half-baked horseshit that ever hit the... Okay, alright, I apologize. I just really hate it when Hollywood takes not one, but two of the things that I hold so dear to me and poisons it with undiluted urine-filled backwash that I hate so much. So, with that said, let's take a look at how these two wonderful pastimes got transformed into the cinematic gang rape that lies before us. First of all, you might be wondering, how the hell did this idea even come about? Well, in the early 90s, Nike had a brilliant marketing plan for selling their hottest new item, Air Jordans. Obviously, they had Jordan on board, but they needed something else that would be sure to grab all the little kids' attention. So Nike made a deal with Warner Brothers to throw in characters like Bugs Bunny and Marvin the Martian into their commercials.
What'd you expect? Elmer Fudd?
The ads were a huge hit, and soon Bugs Bunny and Michael Jordan became America's top marketing whores, sucking dick for Nike, McDonald's, toy moguls, and too many t-shirt companies to count.
Gruesome, ain't it?
After this big success, the marketing heads at Warner Brothers got an idea. What if we turn the commercial into a movie, thereby turning the movie into a commercial, thereby producing commercials for commercials? It's like every advertiser's wet dream, a perpetual marketing money-making motion machine that has the ability to turn shit into gold!
Well, that's how it goes.
And thus, Space Jam was born, the first film that was quite literally a commercial for a commercial for a commercial. But don't worry, they hide that fact very cleverly.
Get your Hanes on, lace up your Nikes, grab your Wheaties and your Gatorade, and we'll pick up a Big Mac on the way to the ballpark.
Subtle. But still, a movie with two of America's most treasured icons was a pretty big deal, and we knew that the heads of Hollywood wouldn't just throw any crap together for their money-making prized possessions.
Obviously.
So tell us then, what's the story?
You see, these aliens come from outer space and they want to make us slaves in their theme park. So we challenge them to a basketball game. But then they show up and they ain't so little. They're huge! We need to beat these guys, because they're talking about slavery. They're gonna make us do stand-up comedy, the same jokes every night for all eternity. We're gonna be locked up like wild animals and then trotted out to perform for a bunch of lowbrow, bug-eyed, fat-headed, humor-challenged aliens.
Is it too late to get my money back? Okay, so the story Bugs was trying to get across starts off with Michael Jordan after he dropped out of the NBA. The first time he dropped out. We see him during those embarrassing years when he actually took up baseball instead of basketball. And that's not bad writing, that actually happened. Meanwhile, we travel to, outer space, where the evil ruler of a, theme park on the moon is looking for new attractions. So he sends his aliens to kidnap the Looney Tunes, who live in, the middle of the Earth, where the Looney Tunes retaliate by, challenging them to a basketball game. How many times have we heard that story?
We gotta get new agents. We're getting screwed.
But before we even get to that, we have to watch dozens of scenes where Michael Jordan is interacting with his family.
Smell with Jeff.
Well, he went 2 for 5 and lost 32 points in his batting average. Yeah, so that puts him at like a 685 or something.
Oh, come on. Can't you get to the Looney Tunes already?
What do you think? I'm kind of partial to purple and gold myself. It goes better with my coloring.
Second thought, go back to the boring family.
What you cooking?
Chicken.
Chicken and what?
Chicken and collard greens.
Good.
Second thought, go back to the Looney Tunes.
One giant leap from Oron Mountain!
Is the 700 Club on?
I thought you'd never ask.
Judging by those clips, you may have noticed the first problem with this movie. The Looney Tunes aren't funny. They're rude, loud, and obnoxiously annoying, but they're certainly not funny. In fact, the writing for this movie is so horrible you almost wish the original Looney Tunes from the 50s could sit there and watch it.
I'm a cheerleader. But Mommy, I don't want to go to school today.
Boo.
Ah! I wet myself.
Very funny.
The second problem you may have noticed with this movie is that Michael Jordan is not funny. He's dull, boring, and an incredibly bad actor, but he's certainly not funny. In fact, I don't even think he knows he's in a movie. I think they just followed him around with cameras and then painted some cartoon characters in the background. Getting back to the story, the aliens decide to go back to our world and try to get some extra strength. While there, they sit next to the wife from Everybody Loves Raymond and the guy who did the voice for Homer Simpson. How random. So the aliens steal all the talent from some of basketball's greatest players.
We're fine. It's just some psychosomatic deal or something to do with the moon or the alignment of the planet.
Wow, it looks like they took their acting talent too.
It stinks.
So the aliens become giant monsters which the Looney Tunes can't possibly defeat. So they get the help of Michael Jordan and his wormy little assistant played by Wayne Knight, who I was surprised to find out is not a cartoon character.
Oh yeah? Who says?